The spacing that you get with Mark coming in, it adds to that. But what was it tonight specifically that allowed that shot profile against the Bucks?
Well, again, taking what the defense gives you, they're a very good defensive team, in particular in guarding the paint. And if you try to force at the rim, they force a lot of misses. So you have to play paint to rate basketball. We did a good job of seeing the backside when we drew 3, 4, 5 defenders to the paint. And we rewarded great passing with shot confidence, in particular KCP, LeBron in some instances. But that's you have to take what the defense gives you. We have a ton of shooters on this team, and if we make the extra pass, we have a chance to get hot like we did tonight.
And Frank, we've talked in recent days about the paint defense, and you said you wanted to focus a little bit more on the low man. AD mentioned that the weak side help has to come a little better. But tonight, and then just in general, what are you seeing overall defensively this season, and where would you like to keep improving? As Milwaukee got, almost 60 points in the paint tonight?
Yeah, I thought we slipped in the last 3-4 games, forgetting wins and losses with low man recognition and making sure that we were really protecting the rim and committing to that part of our defense. And even though they got 60 points in the paint, that's what they do. They bring the threat of the three ball to attack the rim, but I don't know exactly how many, but I believe we took or attempted to take at least 10 charges tonight, and that's what we want. We want collisions at the rim, hopefully that are charges or vert plays where we can get out on the break. But we made some big plays, with regard to Giannis in particular, and when you take a few charges on a guy like that. Hopefully he gets a little more hesitant, attacking the rim. And, I thought he threw some of those out afterwards. Did let the missed threes and, helped us get on the break. So we did a better job with it tonight, but, obviously still gotta keep improving.
Hey, Frank, Milwaukee obviously was leading early in the first half and had a lot of points in the paint and transition opportunities. Did you feel like you guys had sort of adequate energy at the start of the game, and if not, what brought sort of the urgency or brought you guys into it?
Yeah, I didn't have a problem with our energy the whole night. I think we had some plays offensively where we had poor balance, and we've had a couple games in a row in transition where we're so focused on Steph Curry, Giannis Antetokounmpo that we're losing guys, and that happened a ton tonight. We have to improve with that. We still have to make sure that we match up to everyone on the floor, in particular not letting guys get behind our defense. Just an area to clean up and hopefully learn from in a win.
No. Hey Frank, there was a play in the Warriors game the other night toward the end when KCP passed up an open three and it ended with LeBron traveling. Was that a play you guys highlighted after that game, and did you drill that into KCP to get more shots up?
I drilled it into our whole team. We had 4 or 5 of those possessions in the Golden State game. That was one of the glaring ones because there was a reaction from LeBron, but Anthony passed up a shot. Dennis passed up a shot. I think I forget. There was 3 or 4 of those possessions, not just Kenny's play, that we were trying to overpass, and we were a little hesitant. And I think our whole group took that lesson, and we're very aggressive in those catch and shoot situations tonight. But more than anyone else, KCP. You take that play away, like the entire year, he's been a sniper on the backside. So I'm not worried about that one play. This night tonight is really not a big anomaly for how he's been playing for us all year, and quite frankly how he played for us in the playoff run last year. He's a big part of the championship that we won, and he's off to a great start this year.
Dave? Frank, a lot of the times these games come fast and furious, but you had 2 days in between, or I guess 3 days, but 2 days without a game after the Golden State game to come into this one. Did it allow you to maybe set your defense specifically to this matchup? And if so, how do you feel like you executed, especially against Giannis?
We worked a lot on transition defense against Giannis yesterday in practice, and we were very poor with it. So we we didn't do it as well as we needed to. But it's one of those things that you can try to simulate it in practice. It's just not the same as a guy like Giannis coming at you full speed. So we have to be better. But I think the break in the schedule benefited us more, from less from a preparation standpoint and more from an ability to have fresher legs, to extend LeBron and AD's minutes, which we have been being more responsible with when the games were coming more compact. So to have those extra days between games allowed me to blow those guys out a little bit.
Yeah.
Hey, Frank. Obviously, LeBron knows what he needs to do when you guys win. AD needs to know what he needs to do. But KCP seems like he is as comfortable in a role. It just seems like he's found blips in that. What have you seen? How has that process worked out? Where he is just he just knows where he needs to go and knows what he needs to do and thrives in.
Well, it's one of the more rewarding things in coaching. When you have a player that was basically not a fan favorite of the Laker Nation to start the season last year, came out of the gates a little bit slow. But when you see a guy that plays as hard as he does, that brings value, whether he's making shots or missing shots, guys like that earn minutes. When they earn minutes, they get more comfortable shooting the basketball. And he really had a remarkable growth year last year, and has taken it to another level this year. He really does feel or appear to feel very comfortable in his role this year, and he's a big part of the early season with success that we've had so far.
Two more, Michael Marte.
Yeah, hey, Frank. You guys got out-rebounded by Milwaukee. They had more fast break points. And those are categories that you usually win. But where you guys won this game, at the three-point line with 19 threes, as previously mentioned, and points off the bench, do you feel confident at this point with your roster and player personnel that you can win games in any way, in any fashion, and you just have the players to plug in to beat any team regarding how you match up?
Well, we have to be better. We didn't play our best basketball game tonight. We've had a lot of games this year where we have really suffocated other teams in terms of taking away their fast break and their offensive rebounding. We did a good job on a defensive glass tonight. They only had 5 offensive rebounds, but didn't get back well enough in transition. So, we are a team that, even if we don't perform well enough in one area, can make up for it in other areas. And I think we saw that tonight with some of our competitive spirit plays on the defensive end in the half court. In the second half, really the final 3 quarters. They didn't score over 25 points in either of the final 3 quarters. And, obviously the way we, move the basketball and reward extra pass basketball with a night like tonight where we shot the ball really well. So we can make up for some things, but we have to be better.
Last question, Tony DeVille.
Hey, Coach. Just wanted to ask, how good did it feel to get a win? And did it come in the part that this was the only time you'd be playing the Milwaukee Bucks, with the shortened season? Just how important was it to be competitive against this team? They only playing once this season.
Well, we may see them in the second half of the season when the second part of the schedule comes out. But anytime you play one of the top teams in the league, and this is definitely one of the top teams in the NBA, it's a little bit of a barometer. So it feels good to be able to come into their house and get a W. But again, we'll remove the result, focus on the areas that we can certainly be better than we were tonight, and hopefully grow from this game.